Are you being blocked from Uber rides? Have you signed on and you're just not getting any runs? I'm going to explain something to you and how to find out what's going on. If it's happening to you, it happens to me from time to time. But I'm going to teach you a little trick that I use every day before I ever sign on to the Uber app of another app that I've used. And I've talked about this a few times, maybe twice. But this app is important to me. Period. It's a must-have if you're an Uber driver and you want to stay ahead of the game, and you figure that some days you're sitting out there and you're just not getting any runs. You don't know what's going on. You're getting frustrated. I'm going to teach you this little trick. It's simple to do. It's another app you need to download if you don't already have it on your phone. But I'm going to teach you how to use it. All right, and I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. I have it running right now on my tablet over here, and I'm gonna explain to you how I use it and how it helps. All right, let's make some money. All right, here we go. The app that you need to be using other than your Uber app is the Uber Rider app. I've talked about it. If you've seen the videos before, I've talked about this, so I'm gonna talk about it again because I've been using it here lately because of what's going on in my area. With the economy the way it is, there's a lot more Uber people out trying to make money. They need to make money. They need to make some money somehow, some way. There's a lot more drivers trying to get out and do Uber. All right. So the app that you want to use is the Rider app. Now, here's what happens every day when I get out in my vehicle. The first thing I do is I'll bring up the Rider app. All you have to do is when you bring it up, select some place in your area. I don't know, 5 miles, 10 miles, whatever you want to select, that don't matter. Select an area, and it's going to show you all the drivers in your area that could do that ride for you. In other words, you're acting like you're a rider and you need a ride. All right, but it shows you who's available as an Uber X or however you XL, whatever you want to select. Courier, you can select what you're needing if you were a rider. All right, I just select the X, whatever you are. Right now in my area, there are 8 Ubers, not counting me. That's not normal. All right. That's not normal by any circumstances. Last year, this time, max, you would have seen 4, maybe 3 most days. Now there's 8 of them out here pretty consistently, 7 to 8, 6 sometimes. But right now in my area, there are more people out here driving Uber, trying to make a buck. All right. So this gives you a leg up because what happens is you can get blocked by all these other drivers. Or if you're sitting in an area, let's just say you're sitting in a parking lot and you don't realize that right around the corner over here is another Uber. Over on the other side of the parking lot, there's another Uber. You're in the middle of a lot of Ubers. All right. Chances are, if a run pops and they're closer, they're going to get it. All right. Now let me talk a little bit more about that before you go clicking away. Okay. Hang with me. Subscribe, ring the bell, do the thumbs up. You can do all that kind of stuff. But the app shows you where you want to go to. Now, I know in my area, I've explained this in videos before, I have high-end hotels. I have high-end restaurants. Right now, I usually try to sit right in the middle of that, all right? Right now, I am the closest driver to the high-end hotels. Most of the other drivers are over this way, kind of hanging out down that way where the gas stations are, the fast food is, blah, but they're in that little clique over there. You know, they're spread out, but they're over in that area. I'm positioned just outside of within not even a quarter mile. I can actually see one from here. There's some little hotels down here. There's, Home Twos, Residence, those kind of little hotels right here near the beach. I mean, you can walk right over to the beach from these hotels. I'm sitting right here. What happens is there's conference businesses that come in here, and they'll have conference at the high-end resort and hotels. I position myself so that if they need to go to that high-end hotel for their conference, I'm right here. If someone's at the high-end hotel and they want to come back from the conference back to their little hotel, I'm right here. I'm the closest one right now. All right. And I wouldn't know that unless I was using the Riders app. You see what I mean? Now I can go ahead and I'm a comfort vehicle. My rental vehicle is a comfort qualified vehicle. Now what I can do by using the Riders app, I can go down to comfort and click on comfort now on the Riders app and realize there's only 2 comforts out here right now. You see what I mean? That's why I asked to be a comfort, because you get a lot of business people, all right, that want a comfort ride because they know they're going to get a step up from just an average, normal Uber. The game. It's a game. I've explained games to play in your vehicle, but the little game that you can play by using the Riders app gives you a leg up on whatever else is going on around you. You know pretty much. Now, sometimes now I'm going to explain this real quick. If you've had the Riders app running for a little while, but you switch over to, let's just say, YouTube like I do when I got peeps in the car, if I switch over to that, all of a sudden it can lock up. The Riders app will just kind of hang at the last you saw it there. So from time to time, you want to just shut that app down and then bring it back up, refresh it. All right. You'll see a change. If you don't see a change, there ain't nothing going on in your area. Everyone's sitting still. It ain't happening today. All right. But by working my area, my zone, an area that I've talked about before that you know so well, it gives you a leg up on the other guys that are just flying in here to drop someone off at one of the hotels from the airport that don't know anything about this area. What do normally? They sit down here just up the road at the fast food areas. They'll hang around in those areas, the Walmart, places like that. They'll hang around in those areas thinking that they're fixing to either get a run away from here or back down to the downtown area. All right. That's not the way it works here. I've played this game in my area too long. I know right now I'm staying right where I am. There's no one between me and the little hotels up the beach. Conferences are starting to get over at the big hotel down here, and I've already brought a couple of those back up to the little hotels. You see, there's a game you play. No matter what you do, you have to stay ahead of the game. And the way I have found the easiest way to be ahead of the other drivers is by using the Riders app. It's a must. It's a must, in my opinion. In Daddy-O's opinion, let's get that out there. In my opinion, it's a must. It's a daily thing. I refresh mine probably 10 times a day. All right. And you'll see if you start using it, use it one time. Just use it the first time. Next time you go out to do Uber, or if you're out doing Uber right now, download the Riders app. All right. And use that thing. All right. Just select a place, a hotel, something that's near you within 10 miles or whatever. It's going to bring up all the drivers near where you're at right now and show you who's in that area. All right. And where they're sitting at. And you can select comfort. You can select whatever you want. If you want to see how many blacks are in your area, you can do that. XLs, you can do that just by using the Riders app. It's a must. It's a must, in my opinion. It's a must you must have if you're doing Uber and you want to stay ahead of the game and you want to make more money. Because I'll tell you in my videos, that's what I'm out here for. I'm out here to make money. I don't want to sit and have 6 Ubers around me sitting in the same area. Now, right now, if I was just look over here and I see that there was 4 or 5 Ubers right along in the same road right here in the middle of where I work, I'm getting a little way out of their area. I'm getting so that I'm further closer to where I want to pick up. And I try to pick up at the high-end places. So I will reposition myself. But you can't do that if you don't know about it. Use the Riders app. It'll help you. Daddy-O out for right now. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening. Bye.